Hi everyone. Music is so cool. Can't stop listening to it. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Wow, amazing time. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Always in time. Hi everyone. My name is Gleb. And I'm glad to meet you. It's my regular joke. How are you? Do you find this joke funny? Please let me know. Yeah. So nice to see you all here. Let's begin. So today I want to test a new stack, because recently we got a new stack in data science and data analysis, and it's not Python stack, not like R stack or big data stack. That's completely new stack. That's ChatGPT stack. ChatGPT. I wanted to zoom in. Yes, it's ChatGPT stack. So you use like ChatGPT as your command center, you see. So, and today I'm going to solve some data project, as Stratascratch calls it. So that's data projects. I'm going to solve one of these projects using ChatGPT and plugin Noteable. Let me enable this plugin. So here is, let me show you. So Noteable plugin. So it allows you to like generate notebooks from your prompts. You will see it in a minute. Damn, where did you get those awesome intro tracks? Yeah, intro tracks is so cool. I get it from Artlist. That's the like service which provides you with a copyright-free music. Yes, I love it so much. Yeah, it's very cool. So we're going to use ChatGPT with a Noteable plugin, and you need to have a Plus subscription in order to use it, because only Plus subscription has plugins. Okay. So, and we have some like constraints, some limitations today, because even if you have a Plus subscription, you have a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. So I have only 25 messages for solving some of these projects. So that's the limitation. And every 3 hours you get like new 25 messages. But let's be honest, no data analyst and no data scientist work more than 3 hours, you see? So if you work more than 3 hours, like you're doing something wrong. See? You should target to work like 3 hours per week, not per day, okay? Cool. So let's begin, and I want to start from choosing the project I want to solve. And I will also introduce you into this Noteable service a little bit later. Let's pick something here. Stratascratch has not that many projects, data projects, and actually this is like just regular test cases which you can get if you apply to a job. So that's like the collection of standard test cases which you can get when you apply to a job. They call it like data projects. Let's look at something easy, I think. business analysis, and I want something like data analysis. Clustering, classification. What is business analysis? Business. I want just data analysis. Data exploration. Yes, that's what I want. Baby names. Baby shark. Okay. Data exploration, medium. LGM. Terrorist hotspots. Let's pick something like more positive, you know. Next, word prediction. That sounds like something hard. Business analysis, classification, fraudster detection. So we can pick something like with data science, actually, yes. NLP, but yes, business analysis, which customer to target? So Starbucks. Oh, sounds interesting. And I love Starbucks. So let's look at this. If you cannot solve a test case from Starbucks, you can work at Starbucks anyway as a barista, yes? Anytime you want. Okay, so a lot of formulas here. Which customers to target? Okay, this data project has been used as a take-home assignment in the recruitment process for the data science position at Starbucks. Okay. And let's see the task. Analyze the results of the experiment and identify the effect of the treatment on product purchase and net incremental revenue. And I think that I'm familiar with this data project. Yes, I just recall that I have read this description before, but I think that I never tried to solve it before because of like the complicated setting. How to test your strategy. So that's something about A/B test, I believe, maybe. It's like it's too complicated. Let's choose something different. But business analysis is actually a kind of data analysis, so I can use it. Arbitrage algorithm, data exploration, business analysis, demand for electric bicycles. YOLO sounds like fun, and let's see the task. Data descriptions, season, spring, summer, fall, winter. Yes, that's the variables, and this looks like very standard data set which you can analyze. Practicalities, analyze the provided. So that's assignment. YOLO has recently suffered considerable dips in its revenue. It makes like they lost all their customers. Yes, that's the gentle way to say that everything is very bad. They have contracted a consulting company to understand the factors on which the demand for these shared electric bicycles depends. Smart. Specifically, they want to understand the factors affecting the demand for these shared electric bicycles in the Indian market. That's what a twist, I can say here. Yes, so didn't see this coming. The company wants to know which variables are significant in prediction the demand for shared electric bicycles in the Indian market. Cool. How well do those variables describe the electric bicycle demand? Yeah, sounds like suitable for our today's purpose. Analyze the provided data and provide okay, insights to the best of your abilities. Okay, use statistical tests to support your claim. That sounds wrong to me, because in order to do statistical tests you have to like plan your experiment in advance. It's like not it's not right to just do statistical analysis or for static data. You see, include the relevant tables, graphs, visualizations to explain what you have learned about the market. Make sure that the solution reflects your entire thought process, including the preparation of the data. It's more important how the code is structured rather than just the final result or plot. What? It's actually, I teach the opposite. No one cares how your code is structured. It's only important if the problem is solved or not. So yes, there are a lot of points that I disagree in these descriptions, and not this is not practicalities from my point of view. Okay, so the next step, of course, is to download these data sets. Yes, because we have the assignment here. Actually, we have discussion, but actually we do not have discussion. It's empty. Okay. By the way, I've seen that that some other data projects here have solutions, but this one does not. So okay, it seems like Stratascratch becomes Kaggle-like. This section is here for a long time, but I just never used it. That's it. So that's the first time I try to play with this section. Usually I do coding questions or non-coding questions. Yes. So here's the like some SQL and pandas problems, and here just like some tricky questions about like statistics or some, I don't know, some business cases here. Yes. So we also tried it on also at this my English channel. I think we tried these questions, non-coded questions here. I remember that I definitely tested how ChatGPT can solve statistical and probability problems, and I like concluded that it is no good. Okay, so let's download these datasets. Datasets.zip, and let's see. Here is the. Let's unzip, and I think that yes, we have only one file here. So let's upload it to the Google Drive, because I think that's the easiest way to get the data to the ChatGPT and Noteable. But actually, I saw in Twitter post from Noteable. They posted the video on YouTube how to get data into Noteable, but I haven't seen it yet. So I will use it like how I already know. Just upload to the Google Drive, and then I can give ChatGPT the link for this file, and it downloaded somehow. Actually, yes, I don't care how it downloads the file. So let's upload it here. So that's my data folder. It's quite huge because I like do a lot of like teaching in data science and data analysis. So new. Please here at this channel we keeping conversation in English. Okay, so and please also use English. Okay. Plus, but I answered the question anyway. About my project Leopard School, I'm actually I'm not going to like develop it further. Yes, because now I'm developing my English social networks. I'm focused on this new file uploads, and I will choose this bike sharing. Let's see. So here is the bike sharing.csv, and I can see it here, but I will share it, yes, to have the link. Restricted, and anyone with the link. Copy. Done. And now I can actually start coding, yes. But in this way, I'm going to start exploring this data set. So we can actually like just give ChatGPT these two questions and see what it provides us. But let's start from just setting everything up and see if we and see if Noteable works correct. Okay, and I also show you how it all works. So where is my ChatGPT? It's here. I can't imagine my life without ChatGPT now, actually. Yes. So yes, here I have my ChatGPT with Noteable plugin turned on. Yeah, so we are ready. And in order to start working with Noteable here, you have to provide a link to a Noteable project. So actually I have to provide two links. Yes, I have to provide a link for the dataset and link to a Noteable project. So, and let's start. I will copy this link here. I will write, here is the data set. And I will open the Noteable here. And why Noteable? I want to actually sign in. I cannot see the sign in button here for some reason. And I should be signed in actually. Yes, just sign up. Yes, login with Google. That's it. Continue. Bam. And app.notable.io. Yes, that's the main that's the main application. And it should load much faster actually. I think that because of hype around this service and the plugin with ChatGPT, they should experience a high demand for their service. But I hope that we will get it. But you know what? I can actually try to do it the other way, because at my Twitter I have written about this service, and I also provided some tutorial how to use it, and I have a link for the project, for my project, so I can get the link from this tweet or from my previous conversations with ChatGPT. Julia asks, what does this plugin do? Let me explain you. Yes, and I will. I'm going actually, yes, to show you how it actually works in action. Yes, but while it's loading, let me draw a small schema how it all works. So we have ChatGPT, And ChatGPT has this plugin, Noteable. And this plugin allows ChatGPT allows it to connect to the Noteable service, to the Noteable app. And so let's imagine, yes, that here we have this app, Noteable. And Noteable is basically a Google Colab, something like this. Yes, so that's the cloud notebook service where you can create your notebook and analyze data, do data science, etc. So that's a service similar to Colab, Kaggle, because Kaggle also has like notebook, also has cloud notebooks. DeepNote, yes. So that's one of that kind of products. But it's very special today because they created an integration with ChatGPT. They created this plugin. So you can like connect to this app from ChatGPT. Okay. So and what does it do? In ChatGPT, you can write a code and ask something about your data. And ChatGPT generates the code, Python code, and sends it to Noteable. And Noteable create cells with this code and executes them. And it can return back to ChatGPT tables, graphs, and everything that your notebook has. See, so and actually you can kinda chat, just chat with your data. That's it. So you can ask questions like, give me a split of the target variable by, I don't know, by country or by any variable you want. And you can just type in your questions, and without coding, you can explore your data set. So that's what I'm going to do today. But you see, we have a problem. Noteable app is not responding. So that was not in my plan. A little bit of a reservation about your pronunciation. Reservation. Tu is pronounced like te, not tu. Okay, thanks. Don't be stuffy. You might be able to just use your default project that is already set. Yes, I also hope that I can do that. Let me find this link, and I will do it on a different screen. Very quick. Let me find it. Dataset exploration. Yes, it is here. Yes, cool. I can see it. Use the Noteable project. Yes, I have. I found the link for this project. Let's see. So where is my ChatGPT? It's here. Here is the data set, and I will paste this link. Use this Noteable project. So this is the link for my project. Kyle writes, otherwise reloading app may work, it loads for me. Yeah, it's strange. I see. Let's try to do it like this. App.notable test. Maybe. No VPN here. Maybe I can try like some VPN. Oh, it works. Cool. Yeah. So here is my project. And here is the link, yes, for the project. If you like heavy project, elderly asks in Russian, yes. So, but please ask questions in English, yes. But I answer anyway again. Where you're going to have videos on Russian. Now I'm focused on my English channel and my English project. So I'm not planning to do any Russian videos in like nearest future. So here is my project, and here is the list of my existing notebooks, and I like was playing a little bit with it. So actually I just tried it like a demo. Yes, I did not try it something serious for now. Yes, but I want to do it today. So here is the project, and we will see how ChatGPT will generate a new notebook here, and also it should download the dataset here also. So let's start the party. Here is the dataset. Use this Noteable project, and I will ask it something simple in order to just check if everything works. So I will ask it, please display 5 first rows of the data set. Let's start. So it should understand that I want to use Noteable, and you see that's how plugin works. So it started to do something, and we can actually see what's going on here. Data analysis, data exploration. Less than a minute. So it created a new notebook, dataset analysis. And now I think it's trying to download the dataset using this link, to the file on Google Drive. Hi Gleb. You have been my teacher at Yandex ML. Yeah, and it was very useful. Thanks. Thank you, Alexander. Glad to hear that. I've created a cell to download dataset from the provided Google Drive link. However, it seems there was an issue with launching the kernel or executing the cell. Please check the cell in your notebook here. So it's already asked me to investigate what's going on. But I want the machine to work. Me too. Cool. Hi guys. Pip install gdown. Okay. Import gdown. So for now it's okay. URL. Yes. Output dataset.cv. gdown.download. And what's wrong? Let's ask it to try again. Try it one more time. Bam. So actually, yes, if something is not working, you just try it again. You just restart. You know, there's a simple rule. If your internet router is not working, just restart it. You see, that's simple. And this is very, very important principle. I use it all the time. Just try one more time. That's it. Yes, and it worked actually. Yes, you see, good old principles. They work. They always works. URL argument looks obsolete. Maybe. I'm not an expert like in this gdown library from Google. So that's the special library which is designed to download files from Google Drive. And so it worked here. So you see, that's what ChatGPT generated and executed. So the cool part here that ChatGPT not only generate code for you, it also executes it immediately. And also they have this like two-way integration. So ChatGPT sends the code to the Noteable and executes it there and gets tables and graphs in return. That's so cool. And so here we have our 5 rows. I'm happy. So the setup is complete. Everything's great. Now we can start our analysis. And actually, yes, since I think last week, we have share your chat feature in ChatGPT. So today, instead of sharing your notebook with a potential employer, you can just share your conversation with ChatGPT. That's it. So, and you can say, see, I have solved your test case. Check it up, and send them the link for your conversation with ChatGPT. Okay, so let's start the analysis. Let's see what do they want. That's which customer to target. That's and demand for electric bicycles. Yes, and let's close these extra tabs here. So the question here is, which variables are significant in predicting the demand for shared electric bicycles in the Indian market? And we actually can ask this exact question and see what it generates in return. But it can take a lot of time. But anyway, we can see how code is generated here. We can see how ChatGPT generating this code here. So it will be fun. And let's do it like this, yes, to see more here. Okay. Which variables are significant in predicting the demand for shared electric bicycles in the Indian market? I think that ChatGPT could be confused about this part of Indian market because we haven't specified that this data set is about Indian market, and ChatGPT could say just, I know nothing about Indian market, you see? So I think that we just drop this part to not confuse ChatGPT. Variables are significant in predicting the demand for shared electric bicycles. Yeah, cool. So let's see. That's interesting. Predicting, but why? So for some reasons, it didn't understand that we want to perform the analysis on this data set. And actually, we wasted one of our requests for ChatGPT. And remember, we have only 25. Yes, so now we already done like how many? 3. Yeah, so 22 left. Someone can count in the chat how many requests do we have. Okay. Do you need a premium account at Noteable to do this kind of stuff? I think that Noteable does not have premium account right now, but they are going to introduce it. But maybe you are asking about premium account on ChatGPT. If you're asking this, yes, you have to have a plus account on ChatGPT because without it, plugins are not available for you. So which variables significant predicting the demand for shared electric and let's edit it. by the way, how can we understand the demand here? I think that we can do it using the count variable. Yes, so how many bicycles were taken at this particular date and time. You see, so that's the demand. And let's explain ChatGPT a little bit more. Common answer not linked with our task. Common answer not linked with our task. Don't understand. Common answer not linked with our task. Oh, yes, you mean that ChatGPT didn't understand what I want from him. So, which variables are significant in predicting the demand for shared electric bicycles? So, I will add like this. This data set is about, by the way, maybe we can just share the description here. So the file bike sharing contains the usage data aggregated by the hour. Yes, so let's copy this. Gleb, are you working as data scientist for Twitter R&D team now? No. Why? I'm working as like independent creator now. You see, I'm creating content. I'm writing about technologies and things I like. So this data set is about electric bicycles. Here is the description. And I will paste the whole description. Yes. Oh, but the formatting here is very bad. CEO of Vinogradny Day Inc. Yeah, cool. Where we can read your materials on Twitter. Yes, I'm just starting my international career, and I have like a couple of posts on Twitter right now. Little off-top question. How do you see the future of the data analyst job in the industry with the possibilities of ChatGPT plus Noteable? I see the very bright future for data analysts. It's like, you know, it's like the question about any technology in like human history. No technology in the world like decreased the number of jobs. Every new technology increase the amount of jobs available to people. And yes, I think that like the tools we are using, they are changing. But you as a data analyst, if you are data analyst now, you are in the best possible position to learn these tools, to start using them in your work and become more powerful and actually more creative. And with ChatGPT you can do much more stuff than without it. So just like accept these new tools and incorporate them into your workflow. Why it is bright if now any product manager can explore data? You know, we all like taking our jobs to the next level. And like you can say like this, in this fashion, you can say like, why not like CEO explore the data himself or herself? Yes. So because now we can focus on more strategic problems rather than doing with some like boring stuff like writing Python code, you see. So that's why everyone is going to the next level today. The bright future is asking machine do everything and waiting your and waiting for your 300K a month. Yeah. That's the bright future also. So I can also make an example for you about like some technologies. For example, today we have a lot of websites, a lot of services which allow you to build a website. But still, like if you are a CEO or a founder, you don't want to waste your time on like working on your website. Yes, you can just ask someone to help you with it, your assistant, for example. And your assistant will use these tools for creating new websites. Or actually, today it's better to ask a designer who are like working with this tool every day. And you will get the product which is much more, has much higher quality if you like do it yourself. Same thing here. If you understand how to work with data, you can get much more out of this feature than like a user who knows nothing about data analysis. You see, because you can correct some answers of ChatGPT, and you actually can guide. You can guide this this thing to like direction you want. You can show it how to do it properly. Gleb, as you know, June is a LGBT Pride Month, and this year, oh my God, many companies and contributors around the world pay attention to this problem. Are you going to support them? Actually, I know nothing about this particular like event. Yes, so I just cannot comment on it now. You see. But I myself is not going to do anything special about it, you see. I hear it for the first time right now. Okay, so we have season spring, yes. Which variables are significant in predicting the demand for shared electric bicycles? Save and submit. Let's see. So now I hope that, yes, it will fire up Noteable and try to calculate something. And let's see what is it generating right now. Let's get closer to the point. Good point. Good point. Here is the correlation heat map, and that's the first. Oh my gosh, that's like, and that's the not very good start actually. As if you have seen some of my content, you see that you know that I'm a biggest hater of correlation. So here is the correlation heat map of the data set. Okay, but actually I can say that it looks very beautiful here. Yeah. So from the heat map we can see that the following variables have a significant positive correlation with the total count of rented bikes. Temperature, temp, feeling temperature in degrees Celsius, casual, number of bikes rented by casual users. And casual, what what is casual? Who is casual user? Number of bikes rented by casual user. Thank you. Yes, that's very helpful description, you know. I think that casual means that it is not a registered user. So that's just the person who was passing by, you know. Core, STD, and Moda hater. Yes, yeah, we know that. Absolutely, glad to hear it. Do you the between LGBT and LGBT? I definitely do. Was kicked you. Lol. Yes, that's like very subtle trolling. You know, not very subtle actually. Yes, but still, I like felt it. You know. Okay. So here is the heat map, and by the way, it generated it. It generated it using Seaborn. Yes, makes sense. So that's the easiest way to generate a heat map. Okay, and let's check if this like analysis is correct, because when you do heat map, it's okay. Yes, that's easy. But let's say temperature. Let's find temperature here. Temperature and count. So yes, we have temperature. We have the correlation of 0.39. Yes, that's pretty high. Actually, it also it mentions a temp, but again, what is a temp? So you see, like, who asked about why not like product manager can explore data? So because there are a lot of details and you have to be very careful about this data. And you know, as a like product manager, you have to spend your time of, I think, on like looking for new opportunities for your product and the opportunities for growth. Yes, and maybe that's if you are spending time analyzing data and solving these like technical problems, you are like wasting your time, you see. But I can imagine that in like small company, a product manager can use this. But actually, again, I cannot see why like product manager could not do it before ChatGPT, because actually you can do data analysis like using Excel or Google Sheets, and actually like just, you know, it's not a big deal if you understand the table data. It's not a big deal to learn how to crunch the data using Jupyter Notebook. It's not a rocket science. So actually, I think that nothing changed here for the product manager. Like, but overall, as I said, we are going to the next level. Yes, I believe in it. Okay, so what is a temp? Feeling temperature. Oh, that's like if you are using an Apple weather app. Yes, it has like two temperatures: the actual temperature and some like feeling temperature. So if like the actual temperature is like, I don't know, 20 Celsius, and there is also a very strong wind, it may feel like it's colder than the actual temperature. So that's why we have this feeling temperature. And it should be very close to the actual temperature. Are you going to compare the result with handmade results? No, because actually I see code generated here and like how it differs from manual, from a head-made results. Like the cool thing is that I can actually edit this notebook myself. I can ask like ChatGPT to quickly generate some draft here, and then I can edit it myself actually if I want. And also I can if I'm not sure at the answers ChatGPT gives me, I can go to this notebook and check what it actually done. See, so that's very convenient. That's very convenient, like system. See, so we have this. We are working here at ChatGPT, and if we want, we can go under the hood. We can go directly to Noteable and check what's going on here in the actual notebook. Registered yeah, and okay, ChatGPT understood that count is the variable which represents demand, but it included casual and registered. But here is the comment: it's important to know that casual and registered are the part of the total count. Yes, so that's like that's your target. You see, casual and registered is your target, so you like why to include it here. The season variable also shows a moderate positive correlation with the count of rented bikes, but season here is a categorical variable, and you cannot use heat map here. And actually, yes, this approach to analyzing your data is very common among the beginners, because every beginners love to plot these heat maps. And I'm in my teaching always like express my, as I said, my hate for the correlation. Yes, because what's the problem with correlation? And I repeat it again and again. Correlation can discover only linear relationship. See, so if your data, if your variables change together in some other fashion, in non-linear fashion, correlation never detected. And so plotting these heat maps can be very misleading, and even for ChatGPT. But it's not like surprise for me that ChatGPT started its analysis from generating a heat map, because ChatGPT is trained on numerous data analysis tutorials, and these tutorials usually have something like this. They usually have heat maps, and they usually included in the data exploration section of your analysis. So what's the right approach here? That's like it could be a part of your analysis, but if you want to truly understand your data, you have to use pivot tables, because that's the main instrument which you should use for data analysis. You have to start from something that is intuitive for you. Here, for example, yes, like temperature looks intuitive. Maybe season, yes. Clear, yeah, so weather is definitely a driver here. So we actually need to build a couple of pivot tables here, and that's it. And so let's ask ChatGPT to make a pivot table with season. Let's start. We have like not that many variables in this data set. We can just go one by one. So we don't have to even like pick it somehow. Make a pivot table for seasons. Let's formulate it like this. Because I think that ChatGPT should understand now that we are interested in count, so in our target variable. Here is the pivot table for seasons. And so this table shows the total count of rented bikes for each season. It appears that the demand for shared electric bicycles is highest in the fall, followed by the summer, winter, and spring. You can check the cell in your notebook. At first, it seems counterintuitive because summer like usually the best season for like renting a bicycle. But if we remember that we are talking about Indian market, yes, it could be that summer in India is very hot. So maybe it's not like very pleasant to rent a bike during this hot time. But also here, I think that just a sum of this count variable is not a good metric here. We should like have something relative here, because this is an absolute metric. And what if, for example, in like autumn we had some kind of marketing company and we attracted new customers. So we will not understand that what's going on actually. But I don't know. And that's like we have to decide here how can we analyze this in a better way, how can we represent it. So, and let's actually understand this data more. So again, how can we measure the demand? How can we measure the demand? Let's say, let's see again, the file bikesharing.csv contains the usage data aggregated by the hour with the following columns. So each row here represents an hour. But I'm interested, do we have like equal amount of hours for each season? That's also very important. Let's ask ChatGPT to calculate this. Let's see how it generated this table. So here is the func sum, and I want also to have a count. Please add count for each season into this pivot table. Count, yes, add count of number of rows for each season into this pivot table. Yeah. And actually, you see that the data analysis with this plugin is not like that faster. It's not like much faster than if I would do it manually. Yeah, and here we see that we have actually the equal amount of counts here. So I think that this metric of just sum, this absolute sum, is okay. You could ask ChatGPT, how can we measure the demand? Yeah, great idea. Let's do this. Could you propose like propose 5 ways we can measure demand in this data set? And I think it should not use Noteable plugin here. Yes. Total count. The count column in the dataset represents the total number of rented bikes. Yes, that's like what we use now. Hourly demand. By grouping the data on an hourly basis, we can measure the demand for each hour of the day. Yes, great idea. So it actually offers us like different ways to look at this data. Seasonal demand, yes, also we already have this pivot table. Weather related demand, yes, so that's like so it's actually only the first point here is about like how to measure, and the next point is like what pivot tables we are going to use. User type demand. The casual and registered columns represent the number of bikes. Okay, so this analysis actually is correct. So we see that in the fall we had higher demand for our bicycles. But again, let's see at the data. Daytime, season, holiday, working day, weather, temperature, attempt, humidity, wind speed. And here maybe it's just will be more convenient for perceiving this information if we will calculate the average here instead of sum. Yes, the conclusion will not change, but we will like better understand like the metric itself. So we will understand. So in for example, yes, in autumn we have, for example, on average something like 20 bikes per hour. So, and let's pick this metric because I think it will be more convenient just to understand it, because this numbers is just too big and we can like connect it with the real situation. Let me demonstrate you. Please, yes, make a pivot table for seasons, and instead of summing count variable, use average. Don't counts. Yes, I want to have counts anyway. Don't, but no, actually, like if the counts is equal here, I don't want to have any counts. But let's include them. Include Also include rows count. Let's see. Here is the updated pivot table for seasons with the average count of rented bikes. Yes, mean count. So this table is more intuitive. So now we understand like how this service works. So here is the again one is let's spring, summer, fall, winter. So we start from spring. Where is my data analysis? So in spring we have 160 bikes per hour. So that's our demand. Our average demand in spring is 116 per hour. In summer, the average demand is 215. So you see now this data is much more understandable because we understand. Yes, so we have like we have a higher demand here, but it is not much higher than summer. So they are actually, we could say that they are almost equal. But demand at spring is very low. It's like 2 times lower actually than in summer and fall. And winter is okay. Winter is 200. Okay, I understand. It's much more faster to do it by yourself than asking the machine. I don't worry about my 300K. Yeah. So yes, you see, you have to carefully guide the machine. But actually, yes, guys, if I'm micromanaging ChatGPT now, please tell me. Because yes, actually your relationships with ChatGPT is like with your employee. So I am the boss now, and you are all the bosses. You see, and now we all have this employee, this beautiful employee who can work 24/7. And maybe, yes, maybe I'm micromanaging it a little bit. So maybe I have to give it more freedom. I don't know. But for now, yes, we started from heat map. And oh my God, you are my employee, ChatGPT. You should know that I hate heat maps. Never, ever bring a heat map to Gleb Mikhailov. You see? And ChatGPT should know it. And I think that in the future, ChatGPT will have some personalization like that. You can teach it that you hate heat map, for example, and ask it to never show it to you. But I also actually have an idea how you can use this data, this Noteable plugin and Noteable service. I also wanted to try it to generate a code from a template, because like I can provide Noteable and ChatGPT with some template for data analysis or machine learning, and I can ask it, use this notebook as a template and try to analyze data or to train a model according to this notebook. I also want to try this. Okay. So okay, let's continue. Let's analyze a second variable. Now we understand. Yes, so problem, we have a very low demand in spring, and probably in spring, I don't know, India has a lot of rains. I don't know, but India is huge, so it's we should also understand which town is it. You see. Let's try to build a pivot table for something like for a holiday. Yes, let's check holiday and working day, whether day is a holiday or not, if a day is neither weekend nor holiday. Oh, yeah, so I at first I thought that it's just like two complementary variables, yes, but they are not, because holidays could include something like national holidays. And let's start with working days because it's much more interesting. Make the same table for working day. Bam. Using Noteable. And we can yes, check here like how this pivot table was generated. Oh, first dislike. Cool. I hope that it's just misclick, you know. I always treat these dislikes like this. Working pivot table, it's just this is just a new new node, new pivot table. Yes, and it uses pivot table. And again, if you are one of my students, you know that Gleb loves group by, and actually in 99% of situations you should use group by because it's like much more faster to write. And but machine, for machine, yes, but actually I don't care. Yes, it's like it's so small stuff like group by versus pivot table. As I said, we are going to the higher level where we are not worrying about like small stuff like this. So here is the pivot table for working days. And what do we see here? We see, yes, that demand for bikes on working days are higher than on weekend. Glebushka, nice to see you again. Yes, hi, nice to see you too. Thanks. So, does it make sense that the demand is higher on working day? Maybe like people use it for commute. Maybe it appears that demand for shared electric bicycles is slightly higher on working days compared to non-working days. And let's ask ChatGPT why it could be so. Why the demand is higher on working days? What's wrong? Okay. It's sinking. I hope that ChatGPT is not having a lunch break, you know, as network error. Oh my God, yes. I think that ChatGPT went to lunch. When I was working in the office, I usually had lunch no less than 1.5 hours. And that's should be your target as a data analyst or data scientist. Actually, as I said, you should target to work no more than 3 hours per week, you know. Commuting to work, school, regular routine, okay, limited English channel, which only Russian. You mean that the viewers on stream? Yes, because I have a big Russian following, and I'm starting. I start building from this base, yes, and my loyal followers joined me in my international journey here. You see, but we are going to be big here, very soon. And we are going to have a very fun international party here, Limited. And by the way, thank you all who followed me from my Russian social networks. Yes, I appreciate that, because this switch is not it's not easy. It's not easy for me also, because it's hard to be myself in English, in not my native language. Yes, but I'm trying my best. And actually, yes, I started to feel more relaxed about how I express myself in English, and I can joke, as you have seen today, I hope. Yes, so my streams are going to be very fun. Limited leisure time, environmental consciousness or health awareness. What? Some people might choose to bike to work as a way to reduce their carbon footprint, of course, yes. To incorporate more physical activity into their day. But yes, so it's so yeah, now that makes sense, that actually you can use a bicycle to travel to work, to commute, as I said. So the demand on the working day is higher. And I like actually that ChatGPT automatically generates these conclusions. It's very cool. And I don't know, I think that I like to ask my questions more using a simple English than writing a code. But from the other side, I have less control over what is going on here. So if I have if ChatGPT makes a mistake, I have to correct it. And if I were doing it myself, I would never commit such a mistake, you see, because I know what I'm doing. Okay, so yes, that makes sense. Let's do something more complicated, yes, and call it a day for today. And I want to ask it to build a pivot table for temperature. But temperature here, and let's check it. Temperature here is a numeric variable. And if you want to make a pivot table and use a continuous variable in your group by, you have to at first introduce some ranges. We have to apply something like cut or qcut in pandas. Yes, there are two special functions for creating these ranges, these bins, as you can call it. So, and let's just ask, now do this pivot table for a temperature. Do the same pivot table for temp. And I use quotes here just to make sure that ChatGPT understands that I'm talking about a variable and not something not about something random. Do the same pivot table for temp. And that's not a question, yes, that's a demand. I'm your boss, ChatGPT. I'm paying you $20 per month. And actually, yes, if you have a chance to get a premium on ChatGPT, I like strongly recommend you to do so, because like I feel that this investment was very good in the first hour of using ChatGPT. It's so cool. GPT-4 is so cool. Here is the pivot table for temperature. Yes, and it did not understand itself that you should to create intervals before. This table shows both the average count of rented bikes, mean count, and the number of records, count, yes. It appears that the demand for shared electric bicycles increased as the temperature rises, which consistent with our earlier correlation analysis. You can check the full table in your notebook. And let's see the full table. Where is? I cannot see it. Maybe I should update it like this, just refresh. But you see, I think that, again, as we experience some lags here, this service is under a high load, I think, for these days, because every data analyst in the world wants to try this out, I believe, because when I first learned about it, yes, I just cannot stop myself from trying to do something with it. So yeah, so here is the table, but of course we have to introduce some ranges. And actually, that's very strange that ChatGPT did not do it itself, because like actually ChatGPT 4 is very smart, and it usually understands like simple tasks like this. And I have a lot of experience now with ChatGPT. I use it every day, actually, yes. So I'm actually surprised that ChatGPT, that GPT-4 did not understand that you should group this temp before making a pivot table. You should how to say, you should make bins for temp before making a pivot table. Let's see if it if it understood. I hope so. So yeah, that's similar how you communicate with your employee, with your assistant. That's my personal assistant. Here is the pivot table for temperature bins. Yes, now it's much better. But oh my gosh, what is this? Like, are you crazy? You created a bin with only one count? There's only one object in this group? So stupid. But we can just ignore it for now and see. Yeah, so the relationship here is linear. And like after looking at this table, we can say that correlation is allowed here. You can use correlation here because the connection is like very straightforward. The higher the temperature, the higher the demand. Higher the temperature, higher the demand. That's it. But yes, that's very strange, very strange. But actually, let's see how it generated these bins. Oh, just like this. And that's interesting. Oh, I see. So like, I just wondered how it came up with these exact numbers. Like why it stopped at 50. So because I thought that in order to come up with these bins, you have at first calculate minimum and maximum. But in this case, we are talking about temperature. And if you like know something about the world we are living in, you understand like how temperature works, and you see that it's very rare situation when we have like a temperature more than 50. But what if we have negative temperature here? Because like I think that India may have some negative temperature, maybe like in the mountains, for example. Yes, it could be. So it's safer to create these bins using cut or qcut function, and I will ask ChatGPT to do it. And actually, but it seems that totals are okay here, so we are not losing any data here. Please use cut and let's say for cut with 5. Please use cut function with 5 bins in order to create these bins. Bam. Start. I can say that I like the experience of working with my data set in this fashion like this. It's cool. So yeah, here is the bins. Yes, and these bins makes much more sense. And still we see the same relationship here. Higher the temperature, higher the demand, the average demand per hour. So at lower temperature, and actually, yes, my hypothesis that in summer we have less demand because of the high temperature. That's this hypothesis is not true. So we see that when the temperature is at maximum, we have the highest demand. Yeah. By the way, we could also check like the average temperature for each season to better understand it, and maybe like the fall is more hot than the summer, but I will not do it right now. So actually, I checked what I wanted. I tried this new stack. I tried the ChatGPT as an like assistant, as an junior, like kind of junior data analyst intern, which I can ask to build some pivot tables. But yes, I had to correct it in many times. But that's cool. I love the technology. I love this integration. It works very good, very good. So the experience is very smooth. So you just ask your question and you get the answer in the form of table, and it also has some conclusion. It appears that the demand for shared electric bicycles increases as the temperature rises. with the highest demand in the 32 to 41 degree range. Yes, that's correct. And you also can have your notebook here, and you can edit it also if you want. Yeah, that's cool. Waiting for a channel on Turkish language. Yeah, I think you will wait for a very long time because I'm not learning any Turkish. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was definitely enjoyable for me. It's like very cool. Cool technology, very warm atmosphere in the chat. Thank you for attending my live stream. Again, I appreciate you who are like followed me from my like Russian YouTube or Russian Telegram channel. Yes, I appreciate your support here for my for my beginnings on international arena, you know. Thank you guys. See you soon. Bye bye. Yeah, thanks guys. Bye.